Welcome back. In this video, we're going to set up the layoff checklist inside the HR core HR records module. The checklist, that is a layoff checklist, helps you manage employee exit in a structured, compliant, and a consistent way. It's a list of tasks that must be completed when an employee is exiting the company. It ensures all departments, either HR, finance, IT, administration, complete their responsibilities. This, for example, will be returning the company log, access cards or keys, clearing outstanding advances, handover to staff, and so on and so forth. Under HR records, to be able to create a layoff checklist, we go under settings, and under settings, we have a layoff checklist. The layoff checklist, we can add a new. This can be, say, we can just call it layoff or layoff for whichever staff. We can leave and say all sales department staff, or all the staff, or all departments, or employees. Layoff checklist for the sales department, and save that. So once we've saved that, we can now go and now configure our layoff checklist and say add. So under the first checklist, I would want to say, one, you return the company laptop. The person in charge, you can't create the person in charge. Probably that is the person in charge. You can add various options on that. We can add various options and we can save that. So here we can have, say, IT equipment, or let's say finance department. So we have an option in finance department, one, accounting for impress. If there is any impress that was not accounted for, we can add another option, or we can say handover reports. We can add another option and say under this option in finance, we can to clear from accounting, or to clear on accounting, and then we save that. We can edit, or we can delete this, or we can go back and say we want to add another, and then we can have the IT department, or we move to HR department. Here under HR, we can say we want to do an exit interview or exit form. We can add, during HR department, we can add and say we want to have an exit interview, and so on and so forth, and we can save that step. Then we can have an additional step and talk about IT, where we can say we return the laptop. We can return access cards. And eventually we can say remove from system. Once we do that, we can save. Remember, we can edit, and in editing, we can edit what we want to do and put in, say, the personal responsible, charge, exit form, exit interview. We can even add an additional thing and say return company ID and save that. So once we've done this check of lists, once this has been saved, we can edit. If there's a process we need to add, we can add. If there's a process we need to edit, we can edit on the same here and give it to the person in charge, and we save that. That in a nutshell is how we create a check-off, or rather a layoff checklist. A layoff checklist under IXL core. We can have various departments, different layoff checklists. All you just need to do is to add a different checklist. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.